Now, we did watch a movie last week.
Oh, no.
It was after our podcast. We recorded our last week's podcast, so we're going to talk about it on this week. We watched the greatest movie ever. JonTron even has a video on it, and he loves this movie. It's called Food Fight.
Woo!
Yes, sir. And now, this thing that...
You must be Lena.
This movie is a phenomenal. It is it is the greatest thing ever. This movie looks like Toy Story 1 back in 1998, I think is when that came out. Has better graphics than this.
This movie is the first draft of that Disney would have seen of Toy Story.
Yes.
Dude, friggin', I watched JonTron's video, and he just plays that clip where that guy comes in twitching like that in all its entirety, and he just goes, I want to say something, but I really don't want to, because he could really have a problem. Like, he could actually have a problem.
That is the intro to that character.
There's no villain music, nothing. No, just comes in twitching.
Yes. The thing is that he is voiced by a famous voice actor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a famous voice actor?
The entire movie has a star-studded cast, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Like, the lore to it was that it was supposed to actually be a bona fide movie to come out in theaters. Apparently, it got stolen. Like, somebody stole the files to it or something like that.
And then they got them back and just decided, I don't want to fix this. Just really.
Yeah, so I think what we ended up getting the actual first draft of it.
Yeah.
However, we'll get to the writing. The writing is daggone amazing, honestly, to say the least. And even if this was an actual movie. Yeah, it's got a star-studded cast. Hilary Duff, Charlie Sheen, Eva Longoria, Wayne Brady. Y'all know who Wayne Brady is? Yeah. Christopher Lloyd. That's who
That's the
Leonard person. Yeah.
You do it with me, you ready?
No.
Brand X. Simple aim.
Yeah. So I mean, this movie had a star-studded cast, and so the graphics to it are awful. Like, I honestly think it's the first draft of the movie.
It's what they would have gotten and been like, okay, you can make this, but make it better. And then they would have redone everything with actual animations.
But the story, though.
But, well, before we get to that, the motion capture.
Especially Daredevil Dan.
Yeah, especially for Wayne Brady, who is, dude is on crack cocaine the entire movie.
He never stops moving.
He is made out of chocolate, so he's always hyper, I guess.
Yes.
Are you saying you're made out of chocolate?
No.
Shut up.
The gay bat character.
The gay bat.
And I want this is a PG kids rated movie, and there's all kinds of
if this actually if it got fully made, I guarantee you would have gotten a teen rating.
It's rated PG on IMDb, but it has all kinds of sexual innuendo.
What was it? Do you want to burst my peaches? Something like that. And
I love how you just love my raisins.
That's it. And I just went, huh?
Well, what does it say about the Eva Longoria character? The main one.
I'm gonna pop my something.
I'm gonna pop your popcorn.
Yes,
pop your corn.
It's something like that. And I was just like,
I beg thy pardon.
And we got Hitler in the movie, so
yeah, it's
straight up in 1940s Germany.
Well, that's what Brand X is basically. Yeah, Nazis. Like this movie would get canceled now.
But before we get to that, we got to talk about the amazing writing and how this story unfolds.
Yes, please talk about it.
How the story unfolds. Well, I mean, in the short term, the story unfolds as a random store out in the middle of nowhere. It gets Adolf Hitler himself coming in the door and trying to throw out all the other brands from Brand X.
Yes.
And that is the first 30 minutes of the movie. The last hour of the movie is an absolute garbage fest war scene.
Yes. It's literally the whole plot gets set up in the first 30 minutes, and then it all just completely
they said,
like goes balls to the wall.
they said, we got the climax. Now, what can we add before it?
Yes. And yes, the war scene is like an hour, and it's all just them throwing food at each other.
Food fight.
As JonTron said, it's the same scene over and
Yes.
over and over again.
Yes.
With the same people falling over,
Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah, there's no characters.
What that?
See, they played Paper Mario and said, we need this in our movie.
Yes. Oh yeah, the X-Nuts. Let's go. But yeah, like there's no character development whatsoever in it.
None.
The writing is hilarious. Like,
It's pop culture references, it's brand placement,
yes.
and like really bad jokes.
Yes. Recommend going.
He's not going to hit you because he never hits a woman. What I will?
Yes.
And then you get the 3-minute cat fight scene
Yep. And Mr. Clean gets dirty like
like
4
4 times.
And you got farting frog.
Yes. And you got
And you got poop rat.
yes,
Who's that?
a poop rat. What's the scene? Any scene that thing was in made no sense.
No, it didn't.
The sequence of it.
Don't You Love Me gets hit by a train.
What was the point of that scene? Oh no,
There was no point of that scene.
I'm going to explain how that scene went. So Dex, the main character, Charlie Sheen's character, is just walking down the street, and this poop rat thing comes out of nowhere and just starts like talking to him, and like he's like backing up into a train track, backs up into the train track, looks around, looks at him, and is like, "You despise me, don't you?" And then it just gets ran out, and then it just moves on to the next scene.
Yeah.
What the heck was that?
But if we're talking about continuity here, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Why does hitting the power generator cause a lightning storm of epic proportions?
Yeah.
That and their excuse for the people not getting, for the actual like brands not
Yes.
getting hit by the lightning is they had lightning rods on their buildings,
Yes.
even though they're out in the middle of the street with the Nazis as well.
And then in the grand scheme of things, they're all just aisles in a
Yes.
store.
And I want to, okay, we got to point that out too. We got to point out 2 things. The ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life, and
Yes. Yes.
then,
We love all God's creatures.
and then
I
2,
think that was God's creature.
that was human-made creature.
Yes.
Because we designed that one for the video. But I also want to point out the continuity here. They're supposed to be brands in an aisle, right? So
Yes.
it's supposed to be like, they're like in their own minuscule microscopic world.
Yes.
But when they enter the real world, they're about the size of the toys from Toy Story.
Yeah, exactly. I think even JonTron says that. Like,
Yeah.
that's Toy Story logic or what?
Yeah.
Like,
It makes no sense.
yes.
It's just funny when you see the dude just coming into their world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he does. The guy's just in their world, and they're like almost as big as his foot.
Yeah.
Like, these things are like,
He just shows up. Turns out that he was a robot being controlled by the Brand X lady.
yeah. And what the heck is the message to this? That buy our brands.
Message was buy name brands, don't buy. That was actually, I'm pretty sure that was actually the message. Buy name brand items, do not buy off brand. I think that's what it was because the off brand was supposed to be cheaper. And that's what Brand X was. So like when mom buys Great Value, the big corporate overlords don't like that. They don't want her to buy Great Value cleaning supplies. They want her to buy Mr. Clean.
This was corporatism, the movie.
It was. So there's still, I mean, halfway through them, or like in like the first 15 or 20 minutes of the movie, you realize it's a villain. You realize she's the villain, and what's his name? Detective, what's his name?
Oh, Dex.
Dex.
Charlie character.
Goes to her room, and she was just like, I've been expecting you, and just immediately starts to toga dance.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
They started going to tango while trying to kill each other.
Yeah, tango, that's what it was.
Yeah. It's the movie's amazing.
The movie's pacing is friggin' cheetah pacing.
Yes. It goes and it does not slow down at all.
Yeah,
But but we all know I'd rather watch Foo Fight again than I would Megamind.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.